Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another Tumbler tutorial. In this video, we are going to be making a really fun coral cow print western tumbler. I had so much fun putting this together and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will have a full supply list of everything I'm using down below in the description box for you. You know I'll have some discount codes down there for you as well. I'll also have links to all of my social media pages if you'd like to follow along with me anywhere else. And I'll also have links to my Facebook group and my exclusive mentorship group, MBMM Elite, so you can check those out as well. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new videos. I upload brand new Tumbler tutorials every Tuesday and Saturday. Okay, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's go! We're starting off with our full vinyl wrap, and for this wrap I'm going to use one of the sheets of vinyl that was in my collaboration with the Vinyl Cottage. This pattern is called Peachy Stars. I'll have it linked down below for you if you'd like to grab it. You can use any sort of pattern that you want for the background of this design. Really anything will work. You just want a little bit of visual interest. You could also use glitter if you wanted to and wanted to avoid the vinyl wrap, but I thought that these stars went really well with the decal we're going to use and the cow print little blobs we're going to do as well. So I'm going to wrap my entire tumbler with this sheet of vinyl. I cut my vinyl down to just a little bit bigger than my tumbler. I'm using a 30-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Craft Haven, and I secured one end of the vinyl down to my tumbler, you can see there, with some painter's tape, cut away about 1 inch to 2 inches of the backing, and I'm going to secure that section of the vinyl onto my tumbler first, and then use my BIG Squeeg tool to push the remainder of the vinyl onto the tumbler, pushing the backing away as I go. Once the vinyl is fully wrapped on the tumbler, I'm going to cut off all of the excess with my craft knife, and I'm cutting around, as you can see there, the stars. I don't want to just do a straight seam. I find that if you cut around the pattern just a little bit, it helps camouflage the seam just a little bit better. So I remove that excess vinyl, and then I use my heat gun up at the top rim of my tumbler to really get that vinyl up at the top sealed down. You're almost like vacuum sealing your vinyl down, and then I'm going to take my craft knife and cut off the excess, and then I'll shave off all of these little excess pieces that are hanging out up there as well, and then move down to the bottom of the tumbler. I'm going to push this little bit of excess vinyl just down close onto the cup, and then I'll take my cup edging tool, this is from Cami Page Boutique, and I'll cut off that excess so we're left with a really nice smooth finish down at the bottom. I added a thin coat of Flynn Sisters epoxy to my tumbler, and while that's curing, I'm going to get all of my decals ready. So I'm actually going to use this sheet of transparent pink vinyl. This is from Craft Haven, and it almost has like a fluorescent, like neon-y coral quality, but I want it to really show up on this pattern vinyl. So I'm actually going to layer it on some white vinyl, and now I would probably recommend just using like a regular coral or a pink vinyl for your background or whatever matches your pattern. There were a little bit of bubbles in this, as you can see, but it ended up working out totally fine for the background of these little blobs, but I would recommend just using like a regular vinyl. So I cut out my template on my silhouette. Make sure if you're going to layer vinyl like I did, you increase your pressure like by a ton, because this vinyl will be thick. You're cutting through essentially 2 sheets of vinyl at once, so just make sure you use more pressure. And you can see here I'm just placing these randomly around the cup. I'm kind of spacing them out, leaving room for the decal I'm going to use, but of course you can make these really large, you can make them really small and use more of them, totally up to you. I chose to just do 3 kind of more larger sized ones, and I'm just going to place those around, and then we'll go in with the next layer right on top of that. By the way, this template is available on my website. It comes with all of the layers that you'll need for these blobs along with the cow print, so you'll have everything you'll need to create this same design. I'll link that down below in the description box for you. So now with the next layer, I cut this out of just regular Oracal 651 white vinyl, and I'm going to glitter these little pieces. So I'm just using Mod Podge here. I'm going to brush on a very thin layer onto each little blob, and then I'm going to go in with Special Edition Flurries from Peachy Olive Glitters. This is a very fine cut glitter, so it's going to be really easy to work with. I wouldn't recommend using a chunky cut for this process. I would stick to either an extra fine or a fine cut. I let the Mod Podge dry for about 30 minutes and then I gave them a good spray sealing with some clear gloss spray from Rust-Oleum. Let that dry about another 20 to 25 minutes, and now I'm just going to go through and apply these by hand right on top of those coral offset blobs that we've already placed on the cup. After I had these all placed down, I went in with my chip brush and just brushed off any excess glitter that might have gotten loose somehow, make sure it's really clean. And then I'm going to go in and add 2 coats of epoxy to my tumbler. Again, I'm using the Flynn Sisters Boutique epoxy, and each coat was about 20 milliliters. Once the second coat is cured, I'm going to go in and do all of my sanding. I got this amazing sander at Walmart. This is a Hyper Tough orbital sander, and it has changed my entire life. If you know me at all, you know that I absolutely despise sanding, and now having this tool, it is so much easier. I can sand my cups so much more quickly, and it just has made the process so much easier. I also got this little Dremel. This is also Hyper Tough brand from Walmart. Both of these in total cost me about $60 and saved a whole lot of my sanity. So I would highly recommend getting these tools to make things so much more easy for you. I also would recommend doing your sanding outside and also wearing a respirator and eye protection. You don't want to breathe in any of the sanding dust. I only sanded this inside because I was filming the tutorial for you. So just remember, always wear your safety gear, your PPE, and be safe while you're doing this, okay? Once I was done sanding, I washed my cup with some dish soap and water, and now I'm going in with the next layer on my little cow print blobbies. I cut this really thin black outline out of the Onyx textured metallic vinyl from Cricut. Because these lines are so thin, I would recommend using a vinyl Leica textured because it's really easy to cut those really small lines and you don't lose your vinyl or mess it up. So I placed those each by hand around the white section of those blobs, and now I'm going in with my cow print. So I cut the cow print out of Galaxy glitter vinyl from Craft Haven. I wanted them to have just a little bit of their own extra sparkle. So as you can see here, I'm just placing those by hand in the white sections of my blobs, just trying to fill up as much of that space as I can. If you want to, you can add an additional coat of epoxy in between your blobs and your decal application. I didn't, I just went right in to apply my decal because my cup is shiny in this section, so I'm all good to apply this clear decal. This is a sticker cal from BAMF Custom Creations, and honestly, this decal design was the inspiration for this entire tumbler design. You can see the decal's got a little bit of the coral going on, it's got the cow print, and when I got this decal, I was like, okay, yes, I can see it. So thank you to this decal design for inspiring this tumbler. So I just cut out all of the excess clear vinyl from around the decal and then applied that right in the middle of kind of where all those 3 cow print blobs meet on the tumbler. And now I'm going to move down to the very bottom. I'm going to very carefully tape off the bottom of my cup. I'm using painter's tape. I need to get some more electrical tape, but if you have electrical tape, I would recommend using that because it's a whole lot more flexible and easier to work with down at the bottom rims of your tumblers. But I taped that off and then I painted it with some coral spray paint from Rust-Oleum. Then I went in and added my final coats of epoxy. Into one of my coats, I added a little bit of glitter and just kind of put that around all of the star sections. I just wanted to add a little bit of extra sparkle. I'm not sure if I like it. I think it would have been better without that extra glitter, but you know what? It's okay. I really love how this turned out still, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye. As long with the Facebook. Why am I a robot? I'll include what?